listening to Indian Defense News. If you are new, please subscribe and press the bell icon to get notified when new video is uploaded. PM Modi exchanges Diwali sweets, pleasantries with soldiers in Gurez sector. Prime Minister Narendra Modi exchanged sweets and pleasantries with Army soldiers and Border Security Force (BSF) personnel in the Gurez Valley of Jammu and Kashmir's Bandipora district on Thursday on the occasion of Diwali. Prime Minister Modi, who spent nearly 2 hours with them, said he considered the soldiers as his family. Spending time with our forces gives me new energy.
आप ही मेरा परिवार है और इसलिए मेरे अपने परिवार के बीच दीपावली मनाना, उनकी खुशियों में शरीक होना, उनके सुख दुख को समझना, हो सके तो उस धरती पर जाकर के अनुभव करना.
We exchanged sweets and interacted. Happy to know the jawans practice yoga regularly, he tweeted, adding that upon the completion of their tenures, these jawans could be excellent yoga trainers. Prime Minister Modi also assured that the center is committed to the welfare and betterment of the armed forces, in every way possible, and also mentioned the implementation of One Rank One pension scheme, or OP. Earlier in the day, Prime Minister Modi took to Twitter to greet the nation on the occasion of Diwali. U.S. defense proposals to India including Guardian of are potential game changers. The U.S. has offered a number of proposals to India in the defense sector that can be potential game changers for the bilateral commercial and military cooperation, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson said today. The proposals forwarded by the U.S. include sale of Guardian of's aircraft carrier technologies, the future vertical lift program, and F-18 and F-16 fighter aircraft. In keeping with India's status as a major defense partner, a status overwhelmingly endorsed last year by the U.S. Congress, and our mutual interest in expanding maritime cooperation, the Trump administration has offered a menu of defense options for India's consideration, including the Guardian of, Tillerson told a Washington audience. We value the role India can play in global security and stability, and are prepared to ensure they have even greater capabilities, Tillerson in his address to the Center for Strategic and International Studies, a top American think tank, ahead of his visit to India next week. He said the military proposals put forward by the U.S. to India can be potential game changers for the commercial and defense cooperation. Tillerson said even as the U.S. and India grow their economic and defense cooperation, they must have an eye to include other nations which share their goals. India and the U.S. should be in the business of equipping other countries to defend their sovereignty, build greater connectivity, and have a louder voice in a regional architecture that promotes their interests and develops their economies, he said. This is a natural complement to India's Act East policy. We ought to welcome those who want to strengthen the rule of law and further prosperity and security in the region, he said. 4 contenders left in fray for India's mega-submarine project after Japan, Spain opt out. Japan and Spain have opted out of India's long-pending proposed project to build 6 advanced stealth submarines for an estimated Rs 70,000 crore, $10.9 billion, through a collaboration between a foreign shipbuilder and an Indian shipyard. Sources said 4 shipbuilders, Naval Group DCNS, France, ThyssenKrupp Marine Systems, Germany, Rosoboron Export Rubin Design Bureau, Russia, and Subkockums, Sweden, had responded to the initial RFI, request for information, issued by the Indian Navy for the conventional submarine program called Project 75, India. Mitsubishi Kawasaki Heavy Industries Combine, Japan, and Navantia, Spain, however, failed to do before the deadline ended on Monday. Under Project 75I, which has been languishing in files for over a decade after it was granted acceptance of necessity in November 2007, the Navy wants the 6 new diesel-electric submarines to have land-attack cruise missiles, air-independent propulsion for greater underwater endurance and the capability to integrate indigenous weapons and sensors as and when they are developed. With the J-20 stealth fighter in fully operational military service, China leaps ahead in Asian arms race. China has made a significant step forward in its bid to equal, and eventually surpass, United States air superiority. According to Beijing's state media, its first stealth fighter has now entered fully operational, frontline service. This puts it in second place. Before now, only the United States has had a fully operational 5th-generation fighter. And it's easily the most capable aircraft deployed by any nation in its region, giving it a significant edge over the Japanese, Korean and Indian air forces. Russia's stealth fighter, the T-50 PAK-4, appears to have stalled in its development. And the U.S. export stealth fighter, the F-35, continues to suffer protracted delays. But the J-20 will now likely become a regular feature in the games of cat and mouse being played out over the South China and East China Seas. Indian Navy is commissioning warships by the dozen, but are they battle-ready? Indian Navy may be on a warship commissioning spree, but they are actually toothless. Earlier this week, INS Kiltan Anti-Submarine Warfare, ASW, stealth corvettes joined the Eastern Naval Command, but without any offensive capability like the active towed array sonar, ACTIS, system, which is essential to detect enemy submarines. Also, the Navy is yet to get 6 low-frequency ACTIS systems from German firm Atlas Electronic, a contract which was signed in 2014. However, due to a new blacklisting policy, things are moving in the right direction, a naval official confirmed. ACTIS is still a distance away. We are hoping for NAGAN, a similar system which is under development by the DRDO, Defense Research and Development Organization, said an official. The launch of stealth corvettes is with the aim of giving a fillip to India's anti-submarine warfare capabilities, keeping in view China's dominance in the Indian Ocean region. According to naval sources, Indian ships currently use bow-mounted sonar or hull-mounted sonar, which is less effective.